Diddy, Diddy, Diddy. It's your time, my brother. It's your time.
Did you realize that you were a champion in their eyes? Their eyes. Their eyes. Their eyes. Their eyes. Their eyes.
What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. You know, this your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back with some more spiciness. All right, so we got Young Miami. Speaking on Diddy, going to jail for killing, unaliving Tupac, allegedly. All right, so we're going to check this out, man. This is spicy. If anybody know anything about Diddy, I'm pretty sure Young Miami know some secrets about Diddy because they was in a relationship, and I'm pretty sure Diddy did some pillow talking. Spicy.
Okay, I've been talking to a therapist. He's trying to help me with the shit I'm saying. I said crazy shit. No, for no reason. No, oh wait, maybe I said the shit my brother because he got Tupac here.
Said the shots came from the back. Big Dre, Orlando. Who shot Tupac?
To keep it for the cold of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
Y'all, have y'all been keeping up with the Diddy Tupac situation? Well, it's about to get super messy because it turns out that the police are now allegedly investigating Diddy for his supposed role in Tupac's murder. This news has had the internet going buck wild crazy because people are wondering if Diddy is going to jail for this. Well, his little boo thing, Young Miami, is now speaking up on the case. And it looks like she doesn't have a lot of faith in Diddy's innocence after all. Listen, things are not looking good for him at all right now.
I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
So just when we were all giving up on the Tupac Shakur murder case, the police dropped a bombshell that they announced that they've got someone in custody in relation to the murder. It was kind of wild because we had all moved on from the case and grieved and accepted that it would be a forever mystery, or that he's alive somewhere in Cuba. But anyways, what was really shocking is the fact that the man who the police announced as the suspect is none other than Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. This was a major plot twist because Keefe D has been in our faces for years talking about the case. It's like the suspect was playing hide and seek right in front of us all these years. Well, technically the cops always had a suspicion about Keefe D, and he was on their radar back in 1996 when Tupac got shot. At the time, Keefe was a Compton gangster climbing the ranks, and he became a real boss. The police interrogated and investigated him, but nothing stuck. It turns out that not only was he a gang member, but Keefe D was also in the drug game on the low, and when his business went bust, he decided to make a name for himself by talking openly about Tupac's murder. The media ate this up because he was one of the last people to see Tupac alive and the only person who was willing to talk about it openly. And listen, Keefe D sang like a bird in front of the camera. According to him, on the night of the murder, Tupac and his crew jumped his cousin Orlando Baby Lane Anderson at the MGM Grand Lobby. He wasn't making this up because there's actual footage from the lobby cameras backing up this part of Keefe D's story. So here's the scoop. Word on the streets is that Baby Lane tried to steal Trevon Lane's Death Row Records chain. Trevon was one of Tupac and Suge Knight's entourage, and rumor has it that Diddy had plans to flex that chain in one of his music videos to throw some major shade at Suge Knight and Tupac. So when Trevon spotted Baby Lane in the MGM Grand Lobby, he, Tupac, and the other people in their entourage jumped Baby Lane, and that's what led to the fight. Now let's dive into Keefe D's story. He's been on so many podcasts and shows talking about the night of Tupac's murder, and that's how he eventually incriminated himself and Diddy by extension. In an interview, he revealed that he had been in the car that was used in the drive-by shooting when shots were fired at Tupac. But when the interviewer asked who fired the gun, he refused to spill the tea, saying that it went against his street code.
You said the shots came from the back. Big Dre, Orlando. Who shot Tupac?
To keep it for the code of the streets. It just came from the backseat, bro.
But here's the other side of the story, because according to some people, Tupac and his people jumping Baby Lane wasn't exactly what led to the drive-by, because it all had to do with Diddy, allegedly. So apparently, Diddy put $1 million bounty on Tupac's head that night, and even though people think that it had to do with the fight, it went way beyond that. You see, at the time, Tupac was signed to Suge Knight and Death Row Records, while Diddy owned Bad Boy Records and he signed Biggie Smalls. Now we all know the legendary rival and beef between Biggie and Tupac, but it looks like it went deeper than that, because Diddy also had his own messy beef with Suge Knight, and it was messy. So even though Diddy allegedly put the $1 million bounty as payback, it actually had more to do with the beef than the fact that a lowly member of his entourage got jumped. Listen, rap feuds back then were on a whole other type of level, because those men were literally pulling up and showing out. However, some people in Diddy's camp are now claiming that Diddy might not have actually dropped the bounty on Tupac's head because he was just trying to stir up more drama and rivalry. Some folks think that it was just a case of hot tempers and a feud that got out of hand, rather than outright malicious murder. Keefy D in the interviews kinda leans into this angle, downplaying Diddy's role in the whole mess. However, most people aren't buying it, and they think that Keefy D is just trying to play down Diddy's involvement because he knows if Diddy goes down, he's going down with him. Well, fast forward to today, and it looks like Keefy D might have just been spending years delaying the inevitable. He got arrested a couple weeks back in Vegas while taking a walk near his home. After his arrest, the police revealed that a Nevada grand jury slapped him with a murder charge involving a deadly weapon. But that's not all, because the jury also added a sentencing enhancement linked to gang activity to the murder charge. So if Keefy D is found guilty, this enhancement could potentially add another 20 years to his sentence. Okay, so to set the record straight, just because Keefy D got arrested and charged doesn't automatically mean that he pulled the trigger. According to the laws in Nevada, a person is allowed to be charged for a crime if it can be proven that they were involved in the crime, even if they didn't commit the act. So Keefy D is getting hit with Tupac's murder charge not because he pulled the trigger, but because he was a part of the whole thing and admitted that he was in the car on the night of the shooting. It's kind of mind-blowing that he might have walked away scot-free if he kept his lips sealed and not spilled every drop of tea every time a camera was shoved in his face. But according to Las Vegas homicide Lieutenant Jason Johansson, Dwayne Davis was the caller for this group of individuals that committed this crime, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out. But this story gets more interesting because not only can't Keefy D stop talking about Tupac, but it turns out that he is low-key about him and his death. According to Yahoo News, the search at Davis's home resulted in the seizure of hard drives, tablets, laptops, and documents related to television shows, documentaries, YouTube episodes, book manuscripts, and movies concerning the murder of Tupac Shakur. Among the items confiscated were a copy of Vibe magazine featuring the late rapper and a book titled Compton Street Legend, co-authored by Davis. Other sources went on to reveal that the police started looking at Keefy D after he appeared in the Netflix documentary series Unsolved. Not only that, but he also published a book titled Compton Street Legend, where he had hinted that he was inside the car with the shooter who killed Tupac. I'm telling y'all, Keefy D could have legit walked away from a murder case because the police had investigated him way back in the day and cleared him of all charges. But you know what they say, clout's like a drug, and that's what got him in this mess. Now, if you're wondering where Diddy comes in with all this, now remember that $1 million bounty that Diddy supposedly was throwing around and putting on Tupac? Well, it is believed that somebody in his crew might have pulled that trigger that night because of the bounty. And like I said, Nevada law says that if you can be tied to the crime, or if there is evidence to prove that you were involved with the crime, you could be charged, even if you didn't pull the trigger. So if the police somehow dig up proof that Diddy had his hand in this, he's in the hot seat too. But to add fuel to the fire, whispers are going around that the cops might be dangling a plea deal in front of Keefy D, trying to get him to spill the beans on who ordered the hit. Now this is where we saw 50 Cent hop into the chat to claim that Diddy did indeed put a hit out on Tupac, and he said this at one of his shows only days after it was announced that Keefy D had been arrested.
Okay, I've been talking to a therapist trying to help me with what I'm saying. I said crazy for no reason. Oh wait, maybe I said it. boyfriend because he got Tupac killed.
50 is messy, but he did not stop
50 is
there
messy.
because he also took to Instagram where he posted the last known picture of Tupac and said, Tupac got lined up by Brother Love. Time to lawyer up, things might get sticky. Listen, 50 stayed trying to expose somebody, and this time with Diddy, he was no different. But not long after this, it was announced that Diddy was invited by the police for an interrogation regarding Tupac's murder, and he immediately lawyered up, which was the smart thing for him to do. He was released after a couple of hours, and we don't know what exactly went down, but according to insiders, it's something very serious. Well, Diddy is not the only one who was worried about going to jail, because his boo thing Young Miami is worried too. According to an insider, Young Miami is worried because if anything happens to Diddy, she's going to be affected as well. Not only does Diddy allegedly fund her lifestyle, but he also pushes her career and gives her a lot of clout in the industry. Her entire Carisha Please brand is built on her relationship with Diddy, and she's scared of what will happen to her if Diddy eventually goes down for this. Fans left comments saying, if Diddy really killed Tupac, then him being with Carisha right now so heavy makes sense now. He needs that unwavering black woman support for this trial he about to face. So when in doubt, make black women believe you ride for them and they'll fight for you. They say Young Miami be laying on Diddy's chest asking who killed Tupac. And I've always believed that Puffy was involved, but not because of the bad boy death row beef, but because Pac was shouting very loudly at him on songs. People in the industry knew, but the masses didn't. Being outed at that time in the rap community will likely affect his career and reputation really badly.
Bro, like I said before, and I say again, Diddy, your ass is, you done slid down a razor blade and landed in the alcohol river, my boy. Your time is up. Your time is up, Jack. They say he went and got lawyered up. Police called him in for interrogation. He immediately got his lawyer, so he went and did what the police asked him to do. But still yet, bro, you gonna need some hellified lawyer. Keefy D is the main person, bro. Keefy D is the main person that can take Diddy down right now. Diddy probably gonna have him unalive in jail. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. But anyway, man, you guys tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Diddy's going down? And y'all be loving this Diddy information on the channel, bro. On the channel, I love the fact that y'all be loving the content, bro. Y'all be showing up and showing out on the channel. Thanks for all the new subscribers that's subscribing, man. We're on the road to 100,000 subs. Hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you smashing the like button and leave a comment. I do read my comments. Get it.